Probably one of the more confusing parts of this class is the grading system. We don't do a normal collect points or average your grades together in here. The philosophy of the grading system was based on something a colleague and I came up with several years ago. But basically it's a video game philosophy that allows you to level up and save your progress as you go. Now, I've explained all this in the syllabus, but sometimes it sounds better to come in through the ears as well as through the eyes. So I'd encourage you to look at the grading system explanation in the syllabus while I'm talking through this, and it might help you understand exactly what we're doing. First of all, the way in which we're going to stay accountable to the reading and the videos is through a series of reading questions, or a series of questions that you come up with, study questions. So you'll read the chapters, you'll watch the assigned videos, and you will come up with 3 substantive thoughts, substantive questions that you had as a result of that. Maybe there were things that you were unclear about, things that sent you down a trail or a path of thinking that you never thought before. And so you're going to put those together and you're going to share those on the learning management site, which we'll talk about. The serious, purposed kind of questions that we're looking for, once you share those, that's the way you qualify to take the benchmarks. There are 4 benchmarks in this class that I've cleverly titled 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first one is a take-home exam. And you'll take the exam, and the first one is what we're going to call the B-level benchmark. And a B-level benchmark just means when I'm grading it, I'm going to be asking myself, would I give this a B or not? So I'm not looking for, comma splices, and we're not going to get a number grade on this. I'm just going to say, is this a B? Did this exam get answered to a level I would consider a B level answer? If I say yes, then you pass the benchmark. If I say no, then you didn't pass the benchmark. So let's start with the first way. If you pass the benchmark, that qualifies you to go on to the next benchmark, which in this case is an article review. So there'll be an article review. You're going to read it. You're going to write a review of it. You'll submit it at the second benchmark point, all the while qualifying with these questions. The questions need to stay something that you do to remain qualified to take the benchmarks. You submit that second benchmark, that article review, like a book review, but for an article. And that one is also a B-level benchmark. So I'm going to grade that article review and say, would I give this a B? If I would give that a B, and you've passed 2 B-level benchmarks, that qualifies you for the third level benchmark, which is an A-level benchmark. The third benchmark is an A-level, and that's a paper. And so you're going to write and submit a paper. I'm going to grade that paper and say, would I give this paper an A? An A-level an A-level benchmark is obviously going to be a little more involved than a B-level benchmark. Moving up Bloom's taxonomy of learning a little bit on that. If I would give it an A, then that would qualify you to take for the final exam another take-home final, in this case building on all the work that you have done before that, and I'm going to see that you pass that in an A level as well. That's an A level. So I'm only ever grading the benchmarks pass or fail, okay? And when you pass them, you move on to the next one. At the end of the semester, your grade will be based on where you are. So if you're passing your second A level benchmark, you'll get an A in the class. If you are passing your first A-level benchmark at the final, then you'll either get an A- or a B+. If you're still working on your B-level benchmarks, well, then you'll get a B. Because here's what's going to happen. If you don't pass, let's say, the article, let's say you pass the exam, but you don't pass the article at a B level, then I will give you some feedback to say, to pass, you need to do these things. You'll either take that first week after I return it to revise and resubmit it and stay on track for the A, or you can then wait and submit it at the next benchmark level. In other words, you pushed back 1 benchmark, so you won't get to the final benchmark at that point. But those 2 options are up to you. You can either stay on schedule by resubmitting within the first week, or you can wait till the next level benchmark. But that obviously puts off the highest grade you can get in the class at that point. The goal here is to test skills. You earn the right to move on to each additional section. You have to keep up with those questions to remain qualified, and you have to have serious attempts at each of those benchmarks. In other words, you can't pass the B-level benchmark and then not do anything the rest of the semester. If you don't submit a benchmark, then that will drop your overall letter grade, 1 full letter grade at the end of the semester. So in other words, you could pass 2 B-level benchmarks, coast for the rest of the semester, and get a D in the class. because you didn't seriously attempt. And the professor, me in this case, is the one who judges what a serious attempt is and what is not a serious attempt. But again, you take it seriously, it shouldn't be a problem. There are a number of caveats that you're going to want to look at in addition to the ones I just expressed in the syllabus, and I've expressed exactly how you qualify for the grade. Just qualifying, writing those questions, taking the class seriously is going to allow you to pass the course. Moving up from there, however, is a matter of achieving on those benchmarks.